Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about the place was low-key getting smoky. UberEats driver walks into empty Del Taco location to pick up an order. The stove was still on. I want you to imagine going into a restaurant, realizing that no one's there, but the store's not closed. All the lights are on, but no one is there. And then realizing, oh crap, the stove is still on, and this place is a fire hazard. Talk about things that you don't get taught as an Uber Eats driver. So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash UberEats Grubhub drivers, food service workers in general, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. An Uber Eats driver went viral on TikTok after exposing a Las Vegas-based Del Taco location for apparently leaving the restaurant's stoves on. Tell me you hate your job without telling me you hate your job. Like, really. Like, it's one thing to just walk out of your job and not care what happens, but they walked out of their job and they left everything on. The driver at Lvheatdasher uploaded the video to TikTok on July 23rd. In it, he walked the perimeter of a Del Taco that was apparently taking orders despite no workers being present. In addition, the stoves were left on. I'm gonna leave his TikTok as well as his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. I had to call 911 after 20 minutes of calling out for someone and waiting because I noticed the stoves were still on and the place was low-key getting smoky. At Lvheatdasher wrote via text overlay. I mean, I don't even blame him for calling 911. There's a whole world of safety issues going on there, and questionably legal ones. In his TikTok, Lvheatdasher showed viewers the abandoned kitchen area, which featured a computer screen flashing a failed order sign. Someone also left a bathroom key inside of the store. Really? Out of all of the details that need to be mentioned, the bathroom key was inside the store. Yes, there was a failed order sign. The stove was on and the place was getting smoky. But you know what was the craziest part? They left the bathroom key. I'm sorry, I just can't. The worker said that his initial order totaled $15, unable to complete it. However, he only walked away with $3. Yeah, that's what happens when you have an order canceled on Uber Eats. You actually will only get like $3 or $4. And this is especially important to know because a lot of people actually just unassign the order and just kind of forget about it. This person actually had the order canceled, and there's a significant difference. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about on that front, I made a video talking all about having orders canceled on Uber Eats. I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. The Daily Dot has reached out to Lvheatdasher via TikTok comment and Del Taco by email. As of Tuesday evening, his video had over 54,500 views, with some viewers offering suggestions as to what it might have been going on. The things you do for content, huh? I guarantee one of the workers got fed up with waiting on her shift change replacement after a while and just walked out and left it for them, LOL, one person said. I don't know if it was actually someone who was just waiting for a shift change. I think it was just somebody who was being overworked, underpaid, underappreciated. They may have actually even been denied PTO, and then, after all of that, they ask her to work a double shift. Or say she has to work a double shift even though she's been working all day. That doesn't even make sense. And you expect her to accommodate for that even though you guys were the one who screwed them over? I mean, I'm not condoning the actions of leaving the stove on and everything like that, but I would have no problem just walking the hell out of there myself. I don't know if I would have left the place unlocked, but hey, I don't blame them at all. Some of these food service workers, while we don't like how they treat us normally, there's a lot of them that are just very overworked, very underpaid, very abused by the people above them, and quite honestly, enough's enough with that. This happened to me a month ago. Turned out the kid had passed out in the back, another shared. Okay, yeah, maybe it is a someone is not okay issue and they passed out. But here's the other thing. Did they pass out because they were being lazy, or did they pass out because it was a health issue? That would be the follow-up question I would have. I worked at Dell, a fourth person said. LMFAO, they really walked out and stopped giving AF, or they went for a smoke break. I mean, if it was a smoke break, the whole place was smoking. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the former, where they just walked out. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of people are just kind of done with their jobs. The number of strikes that are happening right now, so many people are tired of being overworked, being underpaid, being underappreciated. And where are they going? To apps like Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub. They're going to build online businesses, to build their own businesses. And why shouldn't they? They are tired of the nonsense. Though it's unclear why nobody was working, staffing shortages have continued to impact a number of restaurants well into 2023. In the comments, one viewer said they believed this specific Del Taco location was closed to the public anyways. How could it be close to the public and then still receive Uber Eats orders and still have people coming in and out? Did someone break in? I sincerely doubt they would have the technical expertise to actually not only break in, but to be able to get things running and do what they have to do on that front. Even if they did break in, what would they expect to get? You think they're gonna leave money in there? I sincerely doubt it. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. While I don't necessarily believe in arson or any of the abandonment methodologies that the person who run this Del Taco was actually operating upon, honestly, I wouldn't be operating this Del Taco at all. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone here was just like, F it. I don't want to work someplace that isn't going to treat me right. I'm not going to be underpaid so much and then work my balls off. I'm just going to walk. And you know what? I'll probably make more money hopping on an app like DoorDash anyway. Like, really think about that. Think about how food service workers must feel and where the root of the discrimination really comes from. Is there a sense of jealousy from the food service workers saying, why am I still working at a place that doesn't treat me right if I can make more money delivering somebody else's food? Like, really? Now, whether or not their market actually calls for that and can actually support that methodology is a different conversation. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it did either. Because there are so many people I've talked to in the food service industry that work twice as hard in terms of hours worked, not even actually what they're doing in those hours, as terms of hours worked, and telling me I make double or even triple of what they make. Because it's not just about the amount of work you're doing, it's about how much you're being paid for. It's about what you negotiate. It's about what you're willing to tolerate as a human being. Quite honestly, you gotta really get down to how you want to be respected. If they're not going to respect you, if they're not going to treat you properly, then it's irresponsible to work with them. However, let's talk about for a second the Uber Eats driver here. Did he do anything here that I would say should be operated differently? No, I think he actually stumbled upon a good find. He made a TikTok about it. He called 911 instead of making a big deal on it. He had the order canceled instead of having the order unassigned, and it worked out for all parties involved. So good on this driver. But overall, don't be surprised if more food service workers are going to operate that way. The number of unified strikes, the number of people who are just going to fight back against the companies in which they are working for is going to increase exponentially, in my opinion. The writer's strike, the actor's strike, the Broadway strike that ended up happening, all are happening in unison. There was a UPS strike that was going to happen, but they ended up coming to a deal, and the UPS drivers all realized the only way that they were going to end up getting air conditioning in their trucks or being treated with relative respect or actually getting the pay that they deserve is if they are going to have to strike for it. How bad is that? They have to strike for basic human decency. Not to mention what happened to Yellow Freight, where basically the company was operating for a long time. Out of nowhere, they said on Monday, we're closing our doors. And the people who were there for 30 plus years just found out they're not getting their pensions because they were not depositing money into their pensions. But get a real job, right? All in all, the people who operate food service, and really any company, it's not even just about the food service workers, need to start treating their people properly, because if not, you're gonna see more and more situations like this where people are just walking. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.